Ever walk into a room and think, wait, why am I here? That's just the tip of what happens when you have ADHD. Underneath, a whole story of invisible struggles lives. In a few minutes, you'll see the part nobody talks about, a deep dive into the ADHD iceberg. Here's the thing that no one really tells you about ADHD though. All of the quirks and symptoms you see on the outside are barely scratching the surface of what's actually going on underneath. It's not just fidgeting or forgetting a deadline. Under this water is a whole lot of stuff that shapes every hour, every day, every decision of our lives, and even our self-perception isn't safe. And once you see it, you'll never look at ADHD the same way again. Let's talk about what's visible and what isn't. Picture this. Your day hasn't even started and you're already behind. You meant to wake up on time, but somehow your hand found the snooze button over and over again. You didn't plan to be late, it just happened. That's inattention showing up before breakfast. Now, it's go time. You're moving fast, maybe too fast, looking for your keys, checking the clock, grabbing random things from the table, forgetting what you were doing mid-motion. You're too agitated now. You say,
What a great way to start the day.
You sit and eat breakfast, your brain is racing with thoughts, you're moving your legs up and down under the table, non-stop fidgeting. That's restlessness in full force. You finally make it out the door, not quite fully dressed, half ready. And yeah, you packed your bag from a messy room. But did you actually pack everything? You're not sure you just took it all. You just took the things that were in your mind at that moment. That's the disorganization people talk about. The kind you try to hide. At work or school, you try to focus. Really, you do. But halfway through an assignment, your brain drifts to your phone, to what you forgot earlier, to literally anything except the thing in front of you. That's distractibility, and it's loud. Then, you meet your colleagues. You're in a conversation, and something pops into your head. It's important, so you say it. Right in the middle of someone else's sentence. You didn't mean to interrupt, it just came out. That's impulsivity doing what it does best, skipping the filter. Later, you're catching up with a friend, and suddenly you're talking and moving, and maybe oversharing a little. You try to slow down, but the words keep flowing, and you only realize afterward. Now that's hyperactivity. By the time the day winds down, you've lost something. Or you missed something, or you forgot something. You don't see yourself as careless. You care and you want to try, but it always feels like you're just managing 100 tabs at once and a few crash every single time. And that's what people see. That's the visible side of ADHD, the part that gets labeled, the part that gets misunderstood. But here's the thing. What people see isn't even close to everything that's going on. On the outside, it looked like you just couldn't get up on time. But underneath, that's executive dysfunction at work. It's not really laziness. Your brain is struggling to activate to move from I should into I'm doing. The alarm rings, you know you have to get up, but the switch just won't flip. And it doesn't stop there. Preparing that same breakfast felt like a wall. Deciding what to wear felt like a mountain. Every task is stuck at the starting line. The feeling? It's not, I don't want to. It's, I can't start. And the longer you sit in that place, the heavier it feels. Guilt stacks on top of paralysis. Shame on top of guilt. Until you're not just late, you're defeated before the day even begins. And that defeat clings to you. You sit at your desk, work open, but your thoughts slip through your fingers. You read the same line again and again, and it just won't stick. That's working memory, a mental sticky note that doesn't stick. Time moves differently here too. You glance at your phone, promise yourself it's only 5 minutes, and when you look up, an hour has disappeared. That's time blindness, time stretching, shrinking, and betraying you. Someone notices. They point out you're late again, or that you forgot something again. And on the outside, it looks like a small slip, but inside, A fire lights up fast. That's emotional dysregulation. Anger and frustration flaring quicker, louder, followed by shame for snapping at all. And shame doesn't stay in the moment. It piles up. Every, "Why can't you just?" stacks on top of every, "Not again," until the weight is unbearable. That's built-up frustration. Years of feeling like you're failing at normal. So you adapt. You become agreeable, helpful, smiling when you're tired, saying yes when you want to say no. Because if everyone is pleased, maybe no one will notice. That's people-pleasing, born from shame. Even when you hold it together in public, there's a cost. Every nod, every laugh at the right time, every effort to seem fine takes energy you don't have. That's masking. And the crash always comes later, when you're finally alone. And then there are the moments no one sees, where a small comment feels like a dagger, a raised eyebrow, a delayed reply, "We need to talk." That's rejection sensitivity, pain that cuts deeper than anyone around you can imagine. It's a constant push and pull. One moment, your brain is a hurricane, pulling you away from every task. The next, it locks you into one thing for hours, and you forget to eat, to sleep, to breathe. That's hyperfocus, the paradox of ADHD. Meanwhile, the world itself feels too loud, too bright, too much. The chatter in a room becomes unbearable. The flicker of lights grates your nerves. That's sensory overload. A flood no one else notices, but it drowns you all the same. And when night finally comes, you want rest. But your brain doesn't power down, it powers up. Thoughts race, hours slip by, and the cycle sits again. That's sleep disruption, the invisible thief of tomorrow's energy. So by the end of the day, what looked like forgetfulness, lateness, or talking too much was only the surface. Beneath it was working memory slips, time blindness, emotional dysregulation, built-up frustration, shame, people-pleasing, masking, rejection sensitivity, hyperfocus, sensory overload, and sleep disruption. And over the years, all of those invisible struggles don't just shape your day. They shape who you believe you are. Then comes the ripple effect. Tasks pile up because you couldn't start the first one. Deadlines slip because the later never comes. Relationships strain because "I'll do it soon" turns into "I forgot again." Then the second-order impact. Frustration from others. The reputation of being unreliable. And finally, the third-order effect. When you start to believe it yourself. Maybe I really am lazy. Maybe I just can't handle life. Over years, this invisibility shapes you. You learn to mask. You avoid commitments you're scared you won't finish. Or you overcompensate, taking on too much, hoping to prove you're capable. But inside, that executive dysfunction is still there, turning every simple task into a quiet battle no one else sees.
A huge thank you to everyone who's been supporting us by subscribing to our resource library. You're the reason we're able to create content like this and keep offering affordable access to 50+ ADHD-friendly resources, workbooks, and expert sessions. If you'd like to help us continue making tools that actually support our community, you can subscribe through the link in the description and choose whatever price feels right for you. Every contribution helps us keep this space accessible for everyone. Toodles!